Hello everybody, welcome to Francesco's Kitchen. Name and occupation and death, food edition. Now I'm gonna make one of my favorite, favorite for everything, for sandwiches, to eat as a roast, for just a snack. I'm gonna make porchetta. Mine has a little of a twist, so I got look at this beautiful meat here. Gotta slap it. This is pork belly. It's 4 kilos or about 9 pounds of pork belly. And I have a few other ingredients. I have about 15 cloves of garlic. I have 2 tablespoons of rosemary, 2 tablespoons of coriander, 2 tablespoons of thyme, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of salt. I'm using Himalayan sea salt, 2 tablespoons of green olives. Now here's a little bit different for me. So I use 2 peppers, so I have a yellow and a red. You can use bell peppers. You can use 2 reds, 1 yellow. I don't like to prefer the green. It gives you a little bit too much of a punch. I have 2 small zucchinis, or you can use 1 big one, 1 carrot, and 2 tomatoes. I'm gonna make all these ingredients here in the blender, mix it all up, and then we're gonna use that to spread on the pork belly. Now this pork belly, it's a very long one, so we're gonna cut it in half, fillet it, and then wrap it. And that way we have 2 portions. One we're gonna cook today. The other one you can prepare it, freeze it, and then you can have it ready for next time when you have a get together. Check us out. Name and occupation and death. We have merchandise. Look at this beautiful apron. So now I'm gonna blend this all up together. So the peppers, we're just gonna quickly just cut the ends here. Just cut the end and then just kind of dig in there and just get a few of the seeds out. You don't have to get all of them out. These are not too spicy, just to get the green part out. So just stab it in there, give it a little chop. Pull that out. There you go. Zucchini, very easy, just the end. Cut that part, again, just the end. Cut that part, actually I should put that in there. Carrot, you don't need to peel it, just wash it. Just cut the 2 ends. That's it. Now we're gonna blend it all. Watch this. Tomatoes, 1 and 2. Blend it really good. Make sure it's nice and pasty. We're just going to mix it up along the sides. Make sure you get all the things blended up. Some people don't like tomatoes. I like the tomato in it. It keeps it moist, even though the pork belly will have a lot of moisture. It's just easier to spread this beautiful. And the tomatoes, I like the acidity out of it and the sweetness out of it. It'll make it great. So mix it up for a few more minutes. All right, so this has been really well blended. I'm going to show you that. The beautiful colors and the beautiful smells out of this. Now, you can always still taste it right now. See how it is. It's very good. It is salty, but don't forget, with the pork, it'll be delicious. Actually, this is just the amount perfect of salt. We're just going to add a little bit of freshly ground pepper. That's about 1 teaspoon or so. And then it's going to do a quick mix. And what you're going to do, you're just going to let this aside for about half an hour or so. You can put it in your fridge. Or in Canadian weather, you can always put it outside. Right now, I'm going to put it in the fridge just like this. Meanwhile, I'm going to prepare how to put this pork belly. So, all right. So I'm going to show you guys how to cut this pork belly that I have. Since it's a very long piece, I've just cut it in half. I put the aluminum foil for 2 things, just to keep a little bit the prep area a little bit cleaner, and also when to roast onto my barbecue, I can use this aluminum foil, make a little basket so it can absorb all the juices. Okay, so it's a 2-in-1, and plus you can recycle this, throw it in the recycling bin, and then that's it. So I'm gonna do one, and then I'll do the other one. So pork belly, cut it in half. So what we're gonna do, porchetta, you just roll it up, which I could do with just this piece here. It's a nice piece, but what I like to do, I like to absorb some flavors inside. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fillet it a little bit, put some stuff, and then roast, then turn it. That way you get double layers of the thing, but I don't do it all the way to the end. I leave it together so it just doesn't fall apart. So I just want to be able to fillet it. You do need a very, very sharp knife for this and some skill. Just be careful with your hands. If you have to, wear some protective gloves. So again, just take your time. I like to do it like this. That way, when I do the seasoning, I do have more seasoning and more colors when it is cooked. So it doesn't matter which way you cut this meat, which side you start. There you go. Now you got one big long piece here. I'll do the same thing with the other in slow motion and close up. So with this pork belly, now it's been about half an hour of cutting it. The mixture is ready. So what you're gonna do, I have it filleted here. You're just gonna grab a whole bunch of this, make it nice, rub it in, okay? I love putting the carrots and the peppers. The peppers gives it a really nice taste. The carrot just gives it a little bit more texture. Also, once it's cooked, the sweetness of the carrots that comes out of this, it's delicious. It brings it up. What I like to do, once you have it all spread out, don't be shy. You can put lots. I'm going to put about half and half here, so I have some more for my other roast. What I do like to put, now I like capers. I don't like to put the capers in the mixture and the blending itself. I just like to put here and there. That way you get more of a spotted flavors, because when you cut this pork belly or the porchetta, you don't get the flavors everywhere. You just get it, here and there, so you can get really nice flavors. It's not too overwhelming. So by putting, I don't know, about I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, about 15 capers or so here, about 20 capers. It's going to be great. So now I am going to do is going to roll this guy up, and then we're going to tie it up. Where's the screen? So right now I'm going to roll this guy up. So I like to roll it so the skin will show. Now there's two ways of this. You can close it and make like I like just to wrap it like this right now. Nice and tight. It's okay if stuff comes out, just throw it right in there. Now the tomatoes, yes, it makes it watery and liquidy, but it is a change flavor and it's delicious. So I'm gonna do is wrap it up like this. So when you wrap it up like this, what I do, I use very, very strong bamboo skewers just put it in there, just to hold it, okay? Now you can use regular skewers, but these very heavy duty bamboo skewers, it is great to hold everything down, just so when you actually wrapping it up, it's a little bit easier. So now I'm not really good at this wrapping stuff. So I just kind of just do regular wrapping with the knot. Use some butcher's twine. And I go like this, wrap it up a few times like that, and then I go back, make a few other knots. You just want to be able to hold everything down for now. So as you can see, the bamboo skewers kind of helps you holding everything down for a bit. So I just like to do it this way. I'm going to push that meat in, you'll see when you tie it up the other way, okay? So I'm going to cut this up and then do all individual cuts. So grab the original, make another knot. There you go. Now you can remove these because it's going to hold. And now I'm going to do is put a couple ones, tie it up, a couple ones, tie it up. So here I tied it all up. So a couple of tights, string, one long one, and tie that one also. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cook this on the roaster. Then I'm going to put about this in the middle here. Let's start it here. So I'm going to cook it on the barbecue at 375 with the roaster on low and the bottom on medium high or medium. I want the temperature about 375 on the barbecue. And it'll be cooking for about 2 hours for this one because it's not a very big diameter. If it would be a lot bigger, you'd go about 3 hours. You just want to reach the internal temperature about 169 to 75 degrees Celsius. You can check what you want to recommend and how you want it. I do it until about 2 hours or so to about 170, 169, 170. Make sure you test it at the thickest part. This one is the thickest part for me. So as you can see, I'm going to push it in, squeeze it nice and tight. Make sure that it holds it up and then make it nice and tight. And remember about this foil? This is why I like it. Watch this. You just wrap it for now. Just quickly. So that way, no mess when you bring it to the barbecue outside. So I'm making my second one. Now this second piece, I'm going to wrap it up really good, put it in the freezer. That way it's ready for next time. So the same idea, put your all your seasoning, the capers, wrap it up, put the skewers, wrap it up with some butcher string. And what I do is you take a parchment paper, wrap it nice and tight, and this aluminum foil that you're using to prepare your prep, wrap it up nice and tight, and then you put the whole thing like that in the freezer. So that way it's ready for you for next time you have guests and party. I had these porchettas like this. Since it's well wrapped and it has a lot of liquid, it won't get too much freeze burn. For about 2 months, up to 3 months, you can get this ready for you guys. I have a deep chest freezer, so nice and cold, and it is good for you. And you just take it out, thaw it overnight in your fridge, and then skewer it in, put it on the barbecue for 3 hours, and then it's ready for you. Enjoy. Time lapse for this guy here. Barbecue is running about 325, 350. Trick here is keep the middle burners at low, side burners at medium. That way the heat goes like this around. Now you're going to unwrap your aluminum foil with the porchetta. And then we're going to put it in here. Look at the juices already. There you go. Perfect. And what you do is with your aluminum foil, right above, there you go. Just like that. And then what you do is the heat will go through, do a nice circle, go around. In about 2 hours, I'll turn on the back burner to get that nice roasting grill. If required, you can always come and put some more. But I like to get the fat area nice and crispy. It's going to be delicious. So about 2 hours, 325. Check it out in about an hour. So it's been cooking for 2 hours. I just got over about 200 degrees internal, so it's ready. And I brought the bottoms ones out, and then I put the roaster on just to try to get some nice roasty. Look at that. Listen to that. Okay, I'll show you. Listen to that noise. Starting to get nice and crispy. Give it a couple more minutes just to get nice and blackened. It's okay if it's blackened. It's going to give it some nice flavors. You always just get a little bit of, this time you can put a little bit of fat on top. Help it give it nice and crispy. let's say 2 to 5 minutes. It'll be ready and I'll take it out. I'm gonna cut it for you guys. You have to let it sit for about 10 minutes. Let it rest so it finishes and it keeps all the moisture in. Check it out. All right, this is it. So just came, let this porchetta rest for about 10 minutes. I pull it out of here. It's still warm. It's gotta be gentle. Put it on your, you're gonna cut a few of these strings. You can just get right in there with the scissors. It's a little easier. Look at that. If you all want to be fancied up, of course you would do this, cutting the string before putting on your plate to serve. So I like to serve it on fresh ciabatta buns. On the ciabatta buns, what I do, my favorite is cut it in half. I prepare these buns for everybody. Put a little bit of that oil that you have here, olive oil in the other one, and what you do, you just prepare them all so they're ready to go. So when people grab them, it's ready for them. Now look at this beautiful meat. I'm gonna cut this for you guys. Cut it. So you just prepare a whole bunch like this right here. And people will grab. I just can't wait for that. I can't wait for tongues for this. And you just grab your porchetta on the ciabatta bun, just like that. And then you, bon appetit, enjoy. Check out Name and Occupation in Depth, Francesco's Kitchen. This is the food segment. Have a good day.